welcome to a special episode of the Blue Mountain Makes podcast. This is my 2023 year in review. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm MarylinnS. I don't know if I just said that. I feel like I'm a little crazy today. If ever you look back on a year and you feel like you've not accomplished anything, do a year in review. You don't have to record it. Just do it for yourself. I keep a knitting journal on my iPad, which I will be referencing throughout this whole video. So if you see me looking down, that's what it is. I was scrolling through and I was like, I don't really have that much to share. I have a lot of frogged items. I have a lot of did not finished items. I try to keep track of all that on my journal. It's like, man. And then I started to gather. That's just the sweaters. Granted, most of everything is sweaters, but like, I had no idea. I just kept stacking and stacking and stacking, and here we are. So, welcome! Happy 2024! I hope everything's going well for you so far in the new year. Let's just jump into it. I don't want to make this crazy long. Everything that I've shared today, I have shared on previous podcasts. It is all on my Ravelry, except for maybe some towards the end of the year. A neat update. But I'm going to try to go through everything in chronological order. I'm going to do all of my wearables, my sweaters, t-shirts, etc. first, and then second category will be accessories like shawls and hats. Just there aren't very many of those, so let's just jump into it. Sorry for the weird lighting situation today, by the way. I am recording this after I recorded my other normal podcast, and the weather here is garbage, so you would not guess that it's 11 o'clock in the morning by how dark it is without this ring light. It's a good day for sleeping and napping and recording podcasts, apparently. So, alright, first thing of 2023 is my Sherby Sweater by Jessie Made. Ta-da! I should probably back up, too. Ugh, sorry for the chair noise. Ta-da! This is a bottom-up drop shoulder construction sweater. It is made with one regular strand of yarn held double with preferably mohair. So my mistake with this sweater, I love it, I wear it all the time. You can't see the sheer V like at all. It's here, but it's not very sheer. I made this with alpaca, not merino, and the alpaca fiber is so much longer that it basically, like, it's not sheer. Not really. So I would like to make another one, and I will be using merino so that it gives the whole effect. This was a very enjoyable knit. I really like the shoulder details. I think it fits well. I did do a cropped version, which most of my knits are not cropped, so this is a little different for me. I usually wear it around the house, to be totally honest, but I don't feel like I can't wear it out. I bought some high-waisted jeans, so now I can actually wear it. It's, personal style choice. I don't wear a lot of cropped stuff, but let's see. What are my notes for this? I ate lots of alpaca hair. Yes, I did. I did not write down what size I made. Man. So this was the first year that I, journaled my knitting. It looks like this. It's not very fancy. It's just, I use the GoodNotes app. I do enjoy it. I have referenced stuff back. I'm glad that I'm doing this. I would like to be better about that in the new year, maybe. But anyways, probably this is a size 3. It's what I usually go for. This pattern was very easy to read. I felt like Jessie Made puts a little extra explanation into her pattern. So if you are a beginner knitter, I recommend a lot of people start with her as far as sweaters and stuff. This was totally easy. I really enjoyed it. I wear it a lot. We'll make another one. That's number 1. I don't know where I'm going to put these. Just gonna. Sure. Okay. Oh, number 2. This is a sad story. This is the Spark Cardi by Andrea Mowry. I made a size 3, as you do. It does not fit. This is my first one and only steeked project. It is all over color work. You start from the cuffs of your sleeve, work your way up, put the sleeves on hold, knit the body. I think it was bottom up. Don't swear to me, whatever. Don't quote me on that. And then you pick up for this folded neckband, and there's supposed to be a like sash, like a tie or whatever, because it is a very long cardigan, and the color work is gorgeous. I made this out of man, notes were lacking in the beginning of the year. I know for a fact that the color part is Knit Picks Chroma worsted, and I think I want to say I used Wool of the Andes for the body, but it might be Drops Lima. It's on my Ravelry page, probably. Like I said, I was not very good at note keeping in the beginning of 2023. I've gotten better, I swear. So anyways, first steek. Steek did not go super well. Hindsight, I did a crocheted reinforcement. I should have sewn it. I have a sewing machine. Actually, I don't know that I had a sewing machine when I made this. I don't think I got that till the summer of last year, so maybe I didn't have one. Or maybe I did and I was just being lazy. I don't know. My mom has one, so I could have just very easily used hers. I was just very confident that my crochet work would hold, and it didn't hold very well. The reason I do not wear this, I've never worn this. This has been finished and in a box since, January of last year. The sleeves are way too tight, and I think, I don't know, Andrea Maurer has a podcast, and every week she kind of reiterates, people ask questions a lot about sleeves and this, that, and the other, and she recommends that you go up a needle size on your sleeves because she says she finds people knit tighter on their sleeves. I don't, but I do knit tighter in color work, and so I definitely should have gone up a needle size. I find it fits, it's just, ugh. Like, there's negative ease. I don't like it. I don't like that. And then when I put it on all the way, it falls constantly off my shoulders. Granted, the neckband, I think, should have been a little longer. And then I think maybe the weight of that might help hold it on a little bit more. Which is why I have not... You can't really recover your yarn because it's steeked. So there's really no point in me ripping it out because I can't save the yarn, so really it would just be a throw it away kind of situation. And I really want to try ripping out the seat, like the edge of this neckband, and knitting it longer, wider, to see if that helps. And if it doesn't, whatever, I'm only out of a little bit of time and I already have the yarn somewhere. So yeah, I think I need to do it like at least that much more just to see if that helps. And then I would put up with the tight sleeves. I could never wear anything like under it, long sleeve wise, but I don't usually do that anyways because I'm a pretty hot-natured person. So this was a big disappointment for 2023. All that to say. But it's so pretty. I really wanted it to work out. So I might make another one in the future, but this, I mean, I'm still a little sour about it and it's been a year, so we'll see. That's it. All of my needle information is definitely on Ravelry because I did not write that down and I was sad about it, so. Okay, next. First Caitlyn Hunter pattern of the year. This is the Easy V. Ta-da. I love this sweater. I wear this all the time, but I will say I do not wear it out very often. And I feel like the reason is it's not very flattering necessarily. I'll put it on. So it is a worsted weight sweater. I made a size 3. Used the recommended needles. Really wish I would have written down what that was, but I would assume it's a 7 or an 8. It's in the pattern. I used Simply Worsted from Knit Picks for the main body. It's just a very run-of-the-mill wool. It smells like a farm. I love it. I really, really enjoy the gray yarn. I would for sure make something out of that again. The green and the gray, dark gray, are both Knit Picks Chroma Twisted, which I also like that. It has worn very well. But the purple is a mystery yarn that I found in my stash. I think it has a cotton content in it. I think there was a lot of discussion kind of when I first posted the podcast about this that it looks very much like Noro yarn, and it does, but I also know that I am super duper cheap and I would not have bought Noro. This was like an old stash, so I'm talking like probably 10 years, in my stash. So I know I did not buy Noro back then, but I think this is a Lion brand knockoff. It has worn so poorly. I shaved this in preparation for this podcast because it looked so bad. But you can still see, like, everything. I mean, you know, you get your normal pilling of the wool, especially, you know, sides, underarms, whatever. But that purple, it's like fuzzing apart. It's really not great. Now, granted, I wear this to bed a lot, which, you know, maybe turn the heat up so you don't have to wear wool sweaters to bed. But the other thing I don't like about it is it cants to the side like this. And I think I talked to some people in the comment section when I first made this, and there was kind of a general consensus that because you're knitting in the round and it's helical, everything is actually slightly turned anyways. So because it's a V, it just kind of illustrates or more points out the fact that it's not center. If this was a round neck, you wouldn't know. But it never sits right in the middle, and I don't like that. And I also feel like it's a little bulky, which is, I mean, it's fine. It looks good. I just kind of feel, I don't know, I feel not super flattered in this, but I love it. Like I said, I wear this all the time. I wear this around the house. I wear it to bed. If I'm cold, this is what I reach for. It's a beautiful sweater. I would not say not to make it if you're interested in it. I think I lean more towards lighter weight yarn sweaters. Like, this is one of the only things I've made that's worsted weight. So maybe that's it. It was a very enjoyable knit. I made the size 3. I think I already said that. That's that. Alright, my next sweater for the year was a self-drafted sweater that I started in, for heaven's sake. These notes. Dude, I'm telling you. I started it sometime in February. I was like, I really thought that I did better than I did. This is kind of embarrassing. I can't find this sweater. I know I had it when I went to Arizona in November. It's just gone. She's here somewhere, but I know I set it aside because the sleeves, after I blocked it, grew. Like, so they're huge. Not only are they very wide, but they're very long. It was my first self-drafted sweater. It went okay. I'd never used the yarn before. It was Rowan felted tweed. I didn't particularly love the yarn. I got it on clearance, so I bought like a whole sweater's quantity. I think it was half off, so it was a steal. Don't know that I'd buy it again, but I knitted on size 6 needles. I did write that down for once. My next sweater for the year was a ranunculus that I made out of a worsted weight cotton. Yeah, that is 100% cotton. Yarn that I've had in my stash forever. It was a gift for a friend, so I don't have it anymore. But her boyfriend had requested that I make her a ranunculus for Christmas, and I did not do. So the way the ranunculus is written is it's a round yoke, and then it also has raglan increases, and I did not do the raglan because I don't remember why I didn't. But she did say it was a little tight under her arm, so I was like, I still got yarn, I'll just make you another one. So I did. Finished that in March. Fits her wonderfully. She looks super cute in it. I do have a picture of me wearing it. I knit that on size 8 needles. And if you've made the ranunculus, you kind of know it's like, I think now they have sizes in there, but the original pattern was just like, this is it, and you change the yarn or your needle size to affect your own gauge, basically. I have made 4 ranunculuses. I've made a baby version, which is so cute. I've made the 2 for Tammy, and then I made 1 for myself, which after I made Tammy's second one, I was like, yeah, mine is a little tight in the underarms too. So I don't think I'm going to rip it out, but in any case. Ranunculus, great pattern if you're interested. I've never made a long sleeve version. Might be in my future one day. Don't know. It's very simple. It's a great gift knit. If you like it, go for it. Okay, my next finished object for the year sweater is the Theik pullover by Caitlyn Hunter. I made the size 3. The notes on this are so funny. Let's see. I cast it on March 9th. I knit size. Oh, that's right. I did not make a size 3. I made a size 4. So the way that this pattern is written, or whatever, the way it's constructed, I guess I should say. huge lace panel at the top, right? So in my mind, I was like, well, I have to wear something underneath of this. I usually wear a size 3 for the Caitlyn Hunter's patterns. I think they all fit me wonderfully. But if I'm going to wear something underneath of it, I need to go up a size. So I did. So this section from all the color work is a size 4. It is knit out of Drops Flora and Malabrigo sock yarn. I knit the whole body of the sweater as a size 4, and it was huge. It was way too big. Because it's already an oversized sweater, it was bad. I could totally have gotten away with just doing the size 3 from the beginning. I don't always actually wear something underneath of this anyway, because, I mean, it's lace work, but it's not, I mean, yeah, you can see through it, but it doesn't come, like, way down, and I always have a bra on anyway, so I don't care. Like, at most, I'll wear a tank top, but even then, not usually. So, I had to rip out all of the body, and I decreased, gosh, it was a lot. I decreased, I didn't write down how much I did. Boy howdy, this is March 31st, notes to self. Boy howdy, it is way too big. I decreased 13 times and it's still roomy. Plus it's hanging weird because the sides are now doing this. So it's really big at the top, really narrow at the waist. Ripping back the entire body, I'm going to decrease 60 stitches evenly across one row. So that's how much I had to, 60 stitches. That's a lot. And sounds like a lot, I know. But I like how the yoke is fitting. Hopefully it won't open up too much in blocking. It didn't. It's been fine. So, you know, that's the end of March, right? Ripped back, decreased 60 stitches, knit the body, did fine, okay? Then, knit the sleeves. May 2nd. Oh no, I'm sorry. April 13th. This project is taking, in bold, forever. May 2nd. It's blocking. I am sick to death of this project. The sleeves gave me so much grief at the cuffs. If it doesn't fit when it comes off of the mat, I will throw it right out the window. Yay! So all this is to say, this is one of my favorite sweaters. I wear this all the time. I think it is stunning. It fits me so well. It looks, people don't believe that I made this. They think they're very impressed by the lace work, which honestly is not hard. So if you're interested in doing it, just do it. It's all yarn over his knits, purls, make one left, make one right. Not bad. I did add a little pop of color to the cuff, which one cuff clearly went way better than the other. Good cuff, sad cuff. This is the point where I was like, I don't care anymore. I'm just done. So all that to say, if you're struggling through a project, I mean, really, it just depends on the project, you know. I wouldn't think that it's not worth to push through everything that you make and make it to the end on the off chance that you might love it, but I am so glad that I finished this. I love this sweater. I love everything about it. I think it is wonderful. I will say that I finally finished it in May, and then I think I stopped like here. Yeah. Because I haven't reblocked this, I don't really need to. So that is where I stopped the first time with my body because I was so frustrated with this whole project. So in September or October, before like, you know, sweater season came around, I ripped out the whole bottom and I knit an extra 2 inches onto this sweater. So it's totally worth it. I love this sweater. I would definitely make another one. I don't think I need to make another one because this is just stunning. Yeah, I wear it all the time. All the time. Always get compliments on it. Love it. It's just so funny. Like, I remember I was so mad. I was so mad when I made this. And it's not hard. I made it hard on myself. So, lesson learned. There's that. Okie doke. Next is the Argyle, I think it's Argyle top, which has fallen apart. This is by, I don't know. It'll be on the screen. This is a teeny tiny little top. That's all there is to it. That's it, the whole thing. And it's knit very strangely. So you start at the back, you cast on, you work up and over your shoulders to these front panels, and then you knit the sides across and pick up from your top panel, and then you have this cute little tie at the front. Ta-da! It was very cute. It was very quick knit. This is knitting for olive, cotton merino for both colors. And let's see, I used size 3 needles. Probably made a size 3. Didn't make that note because I suck at this apparently. Pattern thoughts. Very hard to judge the fit while knitting. The construction is very strange. It made for a very cropped tank top. It does cover the bra straps, which I like. And I think I don't wear crop tops, right? Like I don't wear crop sweaters. I really, really don't wear this cropped of anything. Because I'm talking like the back. This is it. Like it barely covers anything. I will say I wore it out once and I felt really confident and cute. I had like high-waisted shorts and I wore this and I did show some skin and my husband was like, this is not like you. What's going on? It's like, I'm cute. And it was almost 100 degrees outside, so this came in handy. I also wore it, we went to Turks and Caicos last year. I wore it down there because I was like, if I look like an idiot, nobody's going to see me that will know who I am. But it was very cute. If this is your style, I say go for it. It was a very fast knit. It was fun. It was interesting. Kind of strange, but good. That's kind of all I have to say about that. Next is a ripple bralette. I did make 2 of these last year. The other one I hate and I am not sharing it because it will eventually get ripped out. But this is my first one. This is another Jessie made pattern. It's comically small. But I made the size 2. Nope. Lies. I made the size 3. Okay, so I made the size 4. And I made a note to myself that if I make it again, I want to make the size 3. So it grows quite a bit, obviously. And it is just meant to be a little bralette. I wear this mostly to sleep, just as like a comfort thing, maybe an extra layer for warmth. I made it out of some superwash kettle or hand-dyed yarn that I had in my stash from Hobby Lobby from a million years ago. Probably would not recommend making it in superwash again because it does, you know, like not hold its shape very well. Yeah, I used size 2 needles for the ribbing. For the main body, I used size 4. It was just like I had, you know, leftovers of this. Wanted to knit this up. I don't wear it that often, to be totally honest. I do not. I certainly would never wear this in public. I don't love the colors, honestly. And I have a large chest, and I mean, obviously this is not supportive at all. It's just yarn. So take from that what you will. It is a fun little project, and it is very quick. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, next is the Provence top. This was a plain knit. I started this on my way to Turks and Caicos. This is made out of Drops Bell, which is a linen cotton combo. Ta-da! I quite like this. I got a lot of wear out of this last year. So the way that this is done is it's bottom up, and then the front has this nice like V-neck design versus the back, which is plain. So obviously you knit the front and the back panel flat. I did a size 3. I actually wrote that down. Look at me go. Didn't write down my needle size. I did use the recommended needles though, so oh yeah. I omitted sleeves. So for the most part, I have some other ones in here. If it is a bottom up t-shirt style, I don't put sleeves on it because it already, a drop shoulder sweater like this already kind of gives you a cap sleeve. I don't feel the need for an extra sleeve. So this pattern does call for sleeves in this lace pattern. I didn't do that. And I also definitely messed up the patterning on the edges because you do some shoulder shaping. But because it curls a little bit, you can't tell. And I don't worry about it. Like I said, I wear this a lot. I wear this a lot to work. It's very comfortable, easy to wear. Really like it. It was an easy knit, and I would make it again, I think. Don't think I will, but I would. That's it. Possibly my favorite sweater of last year. Yeah, between the Theik and this, definitely my favorites. And they're both Caitlyn Hunter, so take from that what you will. This is the NVL Tea by Caitlyn Hunter. Ta-da! I love it! This is another drop shoulder, bottom up constructed t-shirt that I did not put sleeves on it. It does not need sleeves. I made this out of Knit Picks Comfy for the color work, and the body is Noro, I think it's Sonata is the name of it. I was not very impressed with that yarn. It was very expensive. I got it with a gift card that my in-laws had given me for my birthday from my local yarn store because it was a treat, you know. And it has so many slubs in it. Like, that one's really bad. I should have cut that out, and I didn't. It's on the back, thank goodness. But, yeah, definitely would not buy the yarn again, but I would 100% knit another one of these. I wear this all the time. All the time. It's comfortable. It's soft. The Noro yarn is very soft, but the Comfy is also very soft, and I have bought more of that too. Actually, I think I bought enough to make a whole second t-shirt. They were having a sale. It was like $2 a ball. Yeah, I got maroon. I think I did. I think I was smart, and I did do that. And I will make another one because I love it. It is fantastic. The color work is not hard at all. It does pull in a little bit. I do find that when I have color work at the bottom of the sweater, it does tend to pull in, but it also tends to pull in at my natural waistline, so I find it to be very flattering for my body type. I love this sweater. I love this sweater. I can't say enough good things about it. It is a size 3. Use size 2 needles for the ribbing, size 4 for the body. Look at me go. Getting better with my notes. It took me 2.5 weeks. Totally simple. Oh, also, so the pattern called for, the only modification I really made, the pattern tells you to seam your shoulder stitches up to here. And then after I wore it, I mean, it just constantly, it was like constant bra strap city. So I crocheted an extra 10 stitches together. And you can't really tell. I mean, if you're looking for it, you can, but I did that on both sides, and now, I mean, it's a dream. Love this. Absolutely love this pattern. On to the next. Okay. Next one is another Jessie made pattern. And I do have the yarn. I will be making another one. I also love this one, but I made it way too big. So this is the Outline Tee by Jessie Made Designs. It's a lot of fun to knit. It's very simple to knit. The drop stitches are very fun to deliberately drop something and then rip your work apart and not be like stressed about it. It has a V shape. It has the drop stitches on the front and the back. I wear this a lot. I wore it all summer long. And it is very large. It's very large. I think it was one of those things that, like, as I was knitting it, I kind of had an inkling it might be a bit too big, but it just went on anyway. So I wear like a sports bra underneath of it because it does just, everything shows because it falls off my shoulders a lot. I did add this little like string to the back so that it can't fall but so far off the front. Because again, I don't like to have to fiddle with stuff, so I kept, like, oh, let me just, oh, yeah. So the little tie definitely helped a lot, but I will be making another one, and I will be going down a size. This is the size 3. Did I check my gauge? No. So it could be that too, but it's meant to be very large. It is a little bit too big for me. I did not do twisted rib on the hem. That was the only thing that I did that was different. No other modifications. Oh, I added 2 inches to the body. It is very cute. It is very cute, and I do like a little French tuck, and it's just adorable. I do love this. Love this top. We'll make another one. I already have the yarn. Okay. Next one. This is the Salty Air Tee by Samantha Guerin. I use Pearl Soho linen quill. This was my first time using linen quill. I was not impressed with the linen quill when I first started working with it, but the longer I worked with it and after blocking, I really like it. I will say it pills really bad. I think I've shaved this one, but I get a lot of, I find I get a lot of pilling from my purse. It's like I keep my purse on my arm and then it just like rubs really bad on the sides. So, I mean, what are you going to do about that, right? Just keep shaving it, no big deal. But this was very fun. It was very simple. The textured yoke is just yarn overs and make ones. No cabling. I'm not a big cable fan. My notes. No issues. Pretty straightforward. Good fit, very flattering linen quill. Is a bit itchy. Yes, it is sometimes a bit itchy. It's got some like pokey bits. I don't know if you can see it, but I guess it's probably tinsel. I don't know. I made size 3. I used the size 4 all around. You were supposed to use 3s for the ribbing, and I did not have size 3 shorties at this point, and I was too lazy to do magic loop, so did not go down for my ribbing. It's fine. That's that. Alright, next is a camisole number. What number is this camisole? I should know. Number 4. Cami number 4. I have not worn this. I made this, gosh, I didn't even write down like when I started or finished this. I haven't worn it yet. This is definitely a summer knit that I made, and I just haven't worn it. This is my second one. My first one I made a size 3. I felt like it was a little too big. This is a size 2. It's knit on size 4 needles, and I use Knitting for All of Pure Silk. It's nice. It's fine. It's a fun knit. It's very interesting. You work top down. You do your like pointy bits first, and then you join in the round, and you just knit until you run out of yarn. It's nice, but the thing I don't like, it doesn't cover my bra straps, and I always wear a bra. So I did do this slightly different, these straps. It calls for an I-cord strap, and instead I used a technique from the Ripple Bralette, which is basically just a flat I-cord. So it gives a little bit more coverage, but not great. Probably I could have fiddled with it a little bit more and made a thicker strap, but I didn't. So I'm not sure why I haven't worn this, but it's been in my closet and it's been kind of just around. So there's that. Okay, my next one is another frog. I did complete this one. I knitted the whole thing and I hated it. Hated how it fit. The Art Nuova. I used Drops Flora for the yarn. I'll put a picture of it up here because it no longer exists. It has been frogged. Some really, really strange construction on this. This is a pattern by Unwind Knitwear. This is my second Unwind Knitwear pattern that I've made, and I don't particularly love the way the first one I made fits, but I think that might be partially my yarn choice. It was an early knit. Anyways, this one. I loved the color work design. I think it looks great. It's very crisp and clean, and this is a top-down t-shirt, and she had 2 separate sections of short row shaping for the back. One was before the sleeves and one was after the sleeves, I think. It's been a while since I knit this. I don't 100% remember. Dude, I hated it. It was so bulky. I ended up with a ton of extra fabric up top that I felt was really weird. It had a textured band, or like a little textured detail from the neck to the sleeves, which was cool, but it was also a little finicky to knit, so it was like, whatever. It has this like extra lump of fabric in the back, and I think it's because of that extra shaping. I don't know. I mean, the designer is a very slim person, and I don't know if maybe it fits better on a slim frame, but I am very busty. It is what it is. So I don't know if that affected it. I don't know. Definitely frogged it. Did not like it. Definitely would not make that again. And honestly, like at this point, I think I went all the way back to page 1. No. I think at this point, I don't foresee myself making any more Unwind Knitwear patterns. She makes gorgeous stuff. I just don't think that it fits me well. And that's fine. Okay, next is the DRK Everyday Sweater. I made this sweater in a week. We went to Arizona in September, and I made it all the way to like the final inch of my second sleeve. And it was dark on the plane and I couldn't finish. So my hands hurt by the time I finished this. This is a fingering weight, top down, circular yoke, plain Jane sweater, and I wear this all the time. I'm kind of surprised. It is a more fitted sweater than some of my other ones, but it's very flattering. And this yarn had been used in a couple of other projects that I ripped out because it's a very high contrast marl and it just didn't look good. So I think it lets the yarn shine. It really complements the sweater. I quite like it. So this is a size 4. I did go up a size from my usual for her because I do know it was very fitted and I didn't want it to be like, I'm not looking for a negative E sweater. It's just not my style. I do quite like it. I have gotten a lot of compliments on it, even though it is very plain. I would make this again. I use Knit Picks palette yarn, so it's also very budget friendly. It is 100% wool, but everything I've made out of palette has held up really well. I think this is my first palette sweater. Everything else has been a shawl, but you know, if you're looking for a budget friendly 100% wool yarn, I always recommend palette, and they have great colors too. So yeah, that's that. I use size 4 for the whole thing. This is my, basically I tell myself that this was my souvenir for the trip, because every time I wear it I'm like, it was 105 degrees outside when I cast this on. It was so hot there. Oh, thankfully it wasn't hot the whole time, but yeah, it was a little odd to be like knitting a wool sweater and I'm like, I'm sweating, it's very warm. But we spent a lot of time in the car. We put 1,500 miles on the car in that week because we kind of did the whole state, so I had a lot of knitting time. My husband always drives, so it works out. Okay, next is whatever this is called, Pink Fizz. Another Andrew Mowry knit. I don't remember what size I made of this. So this I started in May of last year, and I did not finish this until October. Yep, started May 2nd, finished October 5th. I made the size 2. So this is a very oversized sweater. It's a size 2 and it's still oversized. I'll put it on because I'm chilly and it's cute. So yeah, clearly very oversized, like natural waist box, which is fine. That's, you know, that's what the pattern is intended to be. Normally I do a size 3 in Andrew Mowry patterns. I did go down a size to kind of counteract some of that bulk, and I'm glad I did because, like I said, it's still very large, but it's so comfortable. I made this out of Drops Nord and Drops Kid Silk. Struggle. Don't know. The lace panels are they look impressive. They are not difficult at all. It is a bottom up split hem. Should probably split hem. Yeah, I just love the way it fits. I think it's super comfortable. It's a drop shoulder, so you knit it in the round up until you split for the sleeves, obviously, and then you do have some shoulder shaping at the top in the lace pattern, so that was a little kind of iffy. Oh, and I got a little pokey bit right there. I don't know if you can see it. Need to tuck that tail in there. Yeah, it got a little finicky in the shoulder shaping with the lace charts. That's on me. I don't always pay as much attention as I probably should, so there are definitely mistakes in there, but you can't tell, and I'm certainly not pointing them out, so that's that. I love this sweater. I also wear this all the time. I will say, I find I like the way it fits, and I like the way that I feel in it, but I had quite a few pictures taken. This is my Christmas sweater, and I felt like it made me look a lot bigger than I already am, and it's already something I'm a little, you know, self-conscious about, as a lot of us are. So I think there's been some discussion in the comment section in past videos about, like, you know, what do you do for a larger bust sweater when you like the drop shoulder fit, but it's not exactly flattering all the time. And I felt like I'm just going to delete those pictures and not worry about it. Because I do love this sweater, but I don't think that it necessarily flatters my body type, but it is so comfortable, and I'm very proud of it. And yeah, it took me a long time to finish. I put it down throughout the summer, so it didn't like actually take me 5 months to finish this. But there's no way I was going to be touching mohair during the summer months. So that's why it took so long. But yeah, that's it. Okay, we're getting towards the end of the year. This is, oh my gosh, my pile is tilting. My next to last sweater is the, oh my gosh, what did she call it? I didn't even write it down. I did this test knit for Caitlyn Hunter. Well, shoot, it'll be on the screen. I just wrote down Caitlyn Hunter test knit. I was so tickled to be chosen to work on this. I've never done a test knit for Caitlyn Hunter. I thought I had like a snowball's chance of getting into the test group, and I got picked, and I was so excited. And I love this sweater. I love Caitlyn Hunter sweaters. I just feel like her designs fit me really well. I think they're flattering, they're easy to knit, but they're still super interesting. So anyways, this was a total stash dive. I don't think that I would ever go into a store and pick these colors out, but I had all of this already in stash, and I wanted to get a jump on the test knit, so I don't even remember. Oh, I have it all written down. This is Hudson and Westco Weld. This is Quince & Co. Finch. This is Rowan Island Blend Parakeet. Technically, this is a sport weight yarn. Everything else is a fingering weight. This is Drops Baby Merino. And this is Juniper Moon Harriet Fine. This is 100% alpaca, so I was a little worried about how this one would play with the others. Because obviously, like, these two are very structured, 100% wools. This is not. This is a superwash wool. It was interesting, but it worked. And then the body is Drops Flora. I think I have like 4 sweaters done in Florida. I really like it. I find it holds up pretty well in general. I like the drape. It's not too heavy. Anyways, and then, you know, you have the same pattern on the sleeves. It's got really nice lace cuffs and a lace whatever collar. I made the size 3. I used size 3 needles for the ribbing and 4 for the rest of the body. I think I actually took good notes for this because it was a test. I think I could have probably gone up a size for my yoke color work. I probably should have done this on 5s, to be honest. And I think that I did do the sleeves on 5s, and they, you know, there's no pulling, there's no puckering. It looks great. I was really nervous when I made this because it looked like it was made for a child when it was still on my needles. I was like, this is not going to fit. This is going to be awful. It fits, but I do think I should have gone up 1 needle size for the color work, and it would have been no worries. So I do quite like this. Don't know if I'll make another one, but I really like it, and I get compliments on my wacko color scheme, so works for me. And hopefully I'll get to do another test knit for her in the future. I was so excited. I mean, I was running through the house. Guess what? I got picked. Of course, my husband's like, that's great. Whatever. What does he know? All right, and my last finished sweater for the year is the Traveler Hoodie by Andrea Mowry. I just wore this in my podcast a little bit earlier today. I love this thing. I hated knitting it. It made me want to rip my hair out. It is not a difficult pattern. Let me just be upfront with that. It's all me. I did not enjoy... It's a bottom up, so you have to knit your top panels flat. I did not enjoy knitting this horizontal rib pattern flat. I did not enjoy shaping the horizontal rib pattern. I don't know why my brain had a hard time with it. I just did. So, I did not enjoy it. I love the finished product. I wear this all the time. It's my first hoodie. And it looks so cute. I'm so proud of this. It fits me very, very well. And in fact, I'm going to wear it again. Because I am what? Chilly. Dude, my hair is a wreck at this point in the day. Whatever. You get what you get, right? Sure. So, I made the size 3. I used size 5 needles. 3 for the ribbing, 5 for the body. Like I said, it's a bottom up, drop shoulder construction. It is, see, like this, I feel like, I don't know. A hoodie, I think, is meant to be oversized and kind of slouchy. I'm eating mohair. Versus like the Pink Fizz, which looks very sophisticated, but also is like way oversized. I feel like I'm not as self-conscious in this because clearly, you know, it's also, I don't know, I think it lays maybe a little bit better. I don't know. I wear this in public and I don't think twice about it. I wear my little hood up sometimes when I'm feeling extra cool. I used some old sock yarn that I had in stash for my pop of color drawstring, and I really like it. I would not make it again only because I did not enjoy making it, but I would maybe do a stockinette version. I did add 2 inches pre-blocking to this sweater, and it blocks out like crazy. It is like an accordion as you knit it. It is very compact and it jiggles a lot, which was very entertaining for me because I'm a child. Yeah, and the hood took a lot longer than I thought it would. I really thought I was just gonna be like, and I'm gonna finish it over the weekend. It took 100 grams just to do the hood, so that's not the quickest part of this whole knit. But yeah, that is it. These are all of my sweaters of 2023. There are a lot more than I thought. That's a lot of stitches. That's a lot of yarn. That's a lot of time. But now we're on to the accessory section. So let me go back to the beginning of the year. You remember that time at the beginning of this video when I said I didn't want it to be very long?
Let's just jump into it. I don't want to make this crazy long.
Okay, so my first finished accessory of the year was technically on my needles going into 2023, but it was a finished product of 2023. Like I finished it before I started this journal. So information is on the Ravelry page for this, but this is the Night Shift by Andrea Mowry. I made this all in the recommended colors by her in Spin Cycle, and it cost a pretty penny. I would not buy it again. I don't know that I would knit this again. It's gorgeous, but like I said, I don't know if I said that in this podcast or the other one. It's all blending together. I don't like wearing triangle shawls. I find them to be a little fussy, or I feel like I'm wearing a giant bandana. I don't know. I have to fiddle with it a lot. I feel like probably I should have gone up in needle size from... I did everything as recommended in the pattern, but it feels a little... I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stretch to it. I probably could have gotten a little bit more out of it if I had gone up a size, but I would also point out that the cost of Spin Cycle yarn is so high for me. I mean, I'm like living in drops over here. So this was a big splurge. This was like my birthday gift to myself. They had a Black Friday sale at a local yarn store, and it was all 30% off. So even still, I think I spent $250 on the shawl. I don't generally do that, and that makes this like a very precious thing, and I don't wear it very often, which makes me sad because it is beautiful. I love the colors, but of course now that I spin, I think I would just spin my own yarn and it would be fine. But yeah, I don't like that how much I have to fuss with this. I don't think, if it was a little bit longer maybe, I don't know. I don't know. It's beautiful. It kind of makes, it feels like a rug. Not that it's scratchy, but because it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's like how round the Spin Cycle yarn is. I don't know. But it is gorgeous. And, you know, I do like to look at it. I just don't wear it very often, which is such a bummer because of the price. So there's that. Let's see. Scroll, 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 scroll. Next is the Musselburgh Beanie. I love this hat. I knit this out of Hello Yarn. Nope. I made this out of Hypnotic Yarn. It was a Yarnable subscription colorway, I think for August of 2022. It is supposed to be s'mores inspired. I love this hat. I did not think I was going to wear this very often. I wear it all the time. It is an interesting construction. If you've never made a Musselburgh, it is a giant tube that is sewn shut on both sides. And so, you know, you tuck the tube inside of itself, and if you flip the brim, you essentially have a 4-layer brim around your ears. And I am a hot-natured person. I live in Virginia. It doesn't get as cold as it used to here. Yay, global warming. So it was kind of like, I don't know if I was really stuck between the Musselburgh and the Oslo hat by Petite Knits. They're very similar. They both have their fan clubs, you know what I mean? And people are like, this is my ride or die. I only knit this, or I much prefer this one over that one. So I was really struggling to decide which one to make, and I am glad I did the Musselburgh. It's nice because this pattern is set up in such a way that you just start knitting, and after you've gone an inch into your knit, then you measure your gauge, and then that tells you how many stitches you should do for your needle size, the circumference you want. It's very simple. You just kind of get into it and go, and then once you pass the crown shaping, you're just like, it's just straight stockinette for that whole tube. So it's very simple, relaxing, great gift. It looks like, you know, I bought this somewhere, and I love it. That's that. This was like January. I cast this on in January, and I didn't finish it until... I didn't finish this until the end of March. It should not have taken me that long. I'm not even going to look to see why it did, because I don't think I want to know. Next. I think primarily I knit sweaters this year. Ooh. Oh. This is by far and away, my favorite thing I knit all year, possibly ever. This is the Hyper Knit Along from last year, Stephen West. The Aurora Cabin Shawl. Look at it! It is glorious. It is perfect. It is everything I wanted in a shawl. I love this shawl. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This was a stash project. I pulled everything. Actually, I tried to do the 2022 Mystery Knit Along with Stephen West, and I hated it. It was that weird, like, zigzaggy one with those long arms. I did not like it, so I'd already gotten yarn for it. So the turquoise and the purple, whoa, I need to stop recording. Turquoise and the orange were both meant to be the Hyper Knit Along shawl, and I ripped that out, and then the yellow, the white, and this beige are all drops alpaca that I already had in stash. So it was a stash dive. I used up stuff I had. The I think the blue and the orange were both souvenir yarns from Maine when I went there in fall of 2022. So I love this. I love this. It's just beautiful. It wears well. It's gorgeous. People can't believe I made it. It's not that hard. The thing I love about Stephen West patterns are like, this looks crazy complicated. This looks ridiculous. It's not. It's so easy. It's so easy. Oh, and it's gorgeous. And the alpaca has such a nice drape, and it's so soft, and it's beautiful. I will make another one of these one day. Oh, it's just so stunning. This is my magnum opus. I tend to keep it on. There's a chair back there. I used to tend to keep it there. My dog now likes to sit in the chair like it's her throne, so I don't keep it there anymore. But I used to leave it draped out there so I could just look at it sometimes. I just, like, this could be a wall hanging. I love it. I was surprised by how well the colors went together. I was proud of myself for putting those colors together. I'm a little hesitant with color choice generally. It's beautiful. This is my favorite thing I've ever made. I love it. I can't say enough good things. It's all knit on size 4 needles, right up my alley. It took me a while, yes, but I don't care. And because it was the Hyper Knit Along, you're just, what else are you doing in January and February and those crappy months out of the year? Yeah. Anyways, my next one I don't love nearly as much, sadly. This is the Pressed Flower Shawl by... I did not write it down. Way to go. What a fail. This is Yorkshire Spinners. BFL for the dark color, and then my hand spun for the contrast color. And this was an early hand spun. I cast this on in June. It is not my best hand spun work. I think it is way too thick. The gauge is off. It looks nice. Definitely ripples on the edges, which I don't know if that's like a common problem for people. But yeah, I ran out of BFL. So kind of just like, well, this is how big it's going to be. And it's not like, you know, my largest ever, but it works. It still looks okay. I don't think I'll knit another one. It was fine. It does look really pretty though, especially on camera. Now I'm kind of like, well, I don't know, wear this more. Anywho, that's that. It is something I made. It's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this pressed flower shawl. It's just fine. You know. Okay. My next thing is the Hide and Peak Patchwork Peaks cowl. I don't know why I can't ever remember that. This was a test knit that I did for Hunt Hand Knits. It's super cute. This was another stash dive. This is Barocco Millefiori Light. I think I pronounced that right. And this is Barocco Vintage DK. Came together super quickly. This would make a great gift. You know, it's kind of after gift knitting season, but you know, future reference if you need a gift knit. I really like it. I wear it more than I thought I would. This is the only cowl I think I've ever made. That's actually not true. I also made the velvet mirror cowl last year, picture. But that was a gift, so it did go to my friend. But yeah, I don't think I've ever made a cowl for myself before. until this one. And I do wear it and it keeps me surprisingly warm. So I quite like it. I would make it again. I don't think that I will, but I would. Oh, I'm starting to like run out of steam, man. This is a long video. I've been talking a lot. I think my last, oh yes, my last one. Where is it in this pile? Yeah. And my last finished shawl for the year was the Vertices Unite by Stephen West. I finished this in September. Long story short, it ended up living at a friend's house for 2 months, and then I didn't get to wear it, and I was very sad. But now it's back, and she's beautiful and lovely. And I used my hand spun. I used a lot of leftover fingering weight yarns. This is very scrappy, but I think it came together very well, and it wears like a dream. I think that the shape of this shawl just makes it so easy to wear. It's not too bulky. I mean, granted, the Aurora cabin shawl is gorgeous, but it's a lot of fabric, especially if you're wearing it like this. I find that this is, I can tuck it into my jacket, it's not a problem. I can just wear it out like this and it looks really stylish and cute, or it is deep enough, or yeah, I guess you would say deep, to just wear it as a plain old shawl. I love it. It was very interesting to knit. It was very relaxing to knit. It is entirely garter stitch, but it is modular, so each section keeps you kind of on your toes. I will make another one of these. And y'all, I think I'm done. That's a lot. I think I'm done. I knitted a lot more than I thought I did in 2023. Ah, snap. I also have a hat that I finished. I can't be bothered. I don't even know where I put it. I have one more hat. This is the last accessory. This is a gift for a friend. This is self-drafted. She has a hat that she bought from like Walmart that it's like a trucker style snowman cap. She got it as a joke. She ended up wearing it all season. She wants her granddaughter to have a matching one, so I made her a little plaid snowman. Not much to say about that, but it is incredibly cute, and it is officially the last accessory I made in 2023. Oh, y'all. If you stuck around for all of this, bless you. I'm done. I'm gonna go, like, take a nap, I think, at this point. And whatever, I'll probably cast something new on. Why not? Thanks for hanging out. I hope that you guys had a wonderful 2023. I think for a lot of people it was a little bit of a struggle, but you know what? It's over. We're moving into 2024. We're going to make this a good year. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're doing something that brings you joy, and I will see you guys very soon in a regular podcast video. Bye for now.